What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the psoriasis journey. Today I have something interesting to share with you. This is something that I've been working on for the last little while, and this is the reason why I probably haven't been posting any videos. So as I've always been telling you from the very start, always try something, test it. Don't just rely on everyone online to tell you what to do. Don't rely on my channel to tell you what to do, because some of us are just like you that have psoriasis and are not sure what to do. And we've been to doctors, we've used all the creams in the world, we've used all the medication, and we are frustrated, right? So I've got to that point a while back, and I decided to take things in my own hands, and here's where I am today. So as you can probably see, some redness on my face, and this has been going on for the last little while. And of course, as I go out and I go with people around, I try to put the cream on just so that the redness goes away. And I mentioned what creams I used in the past, so I don't want to get into that again. Obviously, with COVID being around, we have to be extra safe, but like I said in many videos before, just because there's a pandemic going on does not mean that we are in much more danger than anyone else because we have psoriasis. It's about the same level of danger as everyone else. Our immune system might be weaker, but again, for those of you that are wondering, I had COVID in the past and I survived. But before I steer off to the topic, I wanted to share with you something that I've tried. So I'm going to go to the kitchen where I've actually hung a little sheet of what I'm supposed to eat and what I'm not supposed to eat. So this is a little paper that I put together. Now this is really quick and ugly, but essentially it talks about what superfoods I can eat, what I can enjoy, what I should avoid, and all the vitamins I need to take. Now yes, there's a whole big list in there. And just to show you, I have a cabinet full of vitamins. So essentially the idea is this. I went on a platform called Biom, and I'm actually going to put a link in the description below. Now, this is not sponsored by them by any means, and I do have an affiliate link that they offered me because they saw my channel, which you can use, Brag10. And what it does essentially is they send you a package in the mail, and then you take a sample of your poop. Now, yes, it is gross. Yes, it is weird, but you have to send a sample. Once you send them the sample, they actually process it. You put in some kind of liquid so it's preserves itself somehow, and you send it to them, and they do a lab test, and they send you a report about 2-3 weeks after. And that report I just showed you pretty much summarized all the things that are going on inside my body, and it shows you what's going on, what's missing, and what you need to take more of. And pretty much things like that I would think of, for example, garlic. That always sticks out to me. Why garlic? But garlic I'm not supposed to eat. It's on the list of minimize. Let me see what other things. For example, things that I need to eat are, vegetables like kale. Like I thought that I'm not supposed to have kale. I'm not supposed to eat, let me see here. Pork, we already know. I'm not supposed to eat tuna. I'm not supposed to eat crab. Spinach, it says to minimize. Tomatoes, we already know about. What surprised me, it says avoid cucumbers. I thought that greens we're supposed to eat. So I figured a lot of cucumber would be fine. But apparently it's on a list to avoid for me. It also said I should avoid egg whites, which we already know from the psoriasis community that eggs are bad for us. I'm supposed to avoid, what else here? It's like simple stuff that we generally eat, like white rice. So brown rice is fine, but white rice is not fine, and it says to avoid. So essentially this is my list, and it might be actually very similar to what your list will be like, but the idea is that all the things that we already kind of knew are on that list, which confirmed to me that something is right. And along with this list, the report that I got from the naturopath a while back kind of aligns with that as well. So it was really cool to see how what the naturopath report said from taking my blood to what the poop sample shows from Biom is kind of aligning. And that tells me, okay, well, if two different sources are telling me that I should not be having spinach, then I should probably not eat spinach ever again. If two sources tell me to reduce the amount of eggs I consume, guess what? I'm not going to eat any more eggs. And I haven't been eating eggs for the last month or so. And I can tell you one thing, I haven't seen any development of psoriasis on my body anymore. It's kind of being under control. I don't see it getting worse, I don't see it getting much better, but keep in mind I only started this Viome test not too long ago, so I'm going to give it another, say 2 months before I can officially call it, hey, is this working or is this not working? Now, another thing that I've been really doing is taking lots of vitamins. I have a whole container here for every single day of the week with a bunch of vitamins. Now, those vitamins are essentially very basic ones, like vitamin A, B, C, D. There's, what else is in there? There's a bunch of little things that are important for our digestive system, whatever the Biome report said to me. But let me see what other things I have in there. So this thing I take every time before I go to eat dinner. Then there's another one for apple cider vinegar. For those of you that don't like to drink it, this is a nice way to consume it. There's also stress ease with, has a bunch of other benefits to it. So a bunch of little ones like that are really important on my list, and they're supposed to not only improve my system, but also hopefully give me energy and give me all that improvement internally that I needed. Now, that's just as far as consuming food and as far as dieting goes, but I also improved on my general routine in a day. So I started waking up at 6:30 in the morning. My phone is on absolute silent airplane mode. I don't check my phone when I go to bed. So 10:30 at night, I put it in airplane mode and put it away. And then I go and pretty much when I wake up in the morning, I don't touch it until I end up walking my dog and stuff. That way, my entire night of sleeping is perfect, no distractions, and I can wake up and not worry about the stress that's going on in my life. Now, of course, because I have businesses going on, I have a lot of communication with people on a general basis, it is important for me to check my phone, so I do. But what I have done, this is a method that I recommend, I might actually touch on this in another video, but is removing a bunch of apps that you use every day that are not necessary in your life, like Instagram and Facebook. Like all of those are distractions, and all of those are causing you anxiety, believe it or not. So watch some documentaries on that. Again, I'll touch on this a little more in another video because I believe it helped me a lot. But try all those things that I just mentioned. The main one that I definitely recommend you try, whether you think it's for affiliate reasons or not, it's up to you. But the Biom test is really, really interesting to me. I did it because I found out about it and I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I think it's about $200. Maybe it's up and down the price. Maybe it's 170 right now. I don't know what it is, but it's about $200. It's worth it because I think that if my health can be improved by taking the right things in my body, then I'll do it. And it's only $200 for that. Sign me up, right? So I did. I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens after a couple months of doing this. If it helps in any way, I mean, I can't see anything that goes wrong with it, right? You're taking vitamins, you're eating foods that are good for you, you're eating superfoods. What's the worst thing that can happen? You wasted $200, you spend all this time and energy on eating the right stuff, and you got healthier, right? That's the worst case scenario. So anyways, I want to leave you on that note. Obviously, testing for yourself, just because I said try it does not mean it's going to work. I'm just recommending things that I'm trying, and I believe that it might help you as well. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.